Hello, I'm Hayley and I'm just hitting my 40th year of being around horses, so I've learned quite a bit over that time, and I also do quite a bit of research so that I'm always on top of the latest ideas and techniques. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about how old your horse is in human years. It's just like with a dog, how we add 7 years for every 1 human year to get their dog age. We're going to do a similar thing that works with horses. Now, while we can't be 100% accurate, we can have a really good idea based on veterinary research, but like with humans, age is just a number. And when it comes to your 4-legged equine friend, you really can't just write them off when they hit 20. Horses mature both mentally and physically a lot faster than we do. So by the age of 3, your horse will have gone through the equivalent of growth and physical changes as an 18-year-old human. Now, depending on the breed and condition that your horse has been kept in, you're looking for them to mature between the ages of 4 and 6 years old. So we can look at it like this. A 1-year-old horse is roughly about 6 years old, 6 to 6.5 years old in human years. That's why they're so active, and you often find them completely flat out asleep in the field, just like my baby Dream. He's always flat out in the field, bless him, especially if he's been running round with the others. So a 2-year-old horse will be the equivalent of us having a young teenager of around 12.5, 13 years old. Now, they like to test the boundaries and they like to see exactly what they can get away with. If you're a parent and you've got a young teenager, then you know this is a tough time. So at 3 years old, we're looking at an 18-year-old in human years. Now at 18, they like to think that they're an adult already, and of course they know everything, but they still really need to know where the boundaries are, and that's why it is up to you to make sure that your training is really up to scratch and that you are not letting them get away with little things, because that's the age where they really do test you. Now, at 4 years old, your horse is the equivalent of about 20 years old. So they're ready to start work. They're ready to go out and see the world. And that's why that is the prime age to start backing your horse. As long as you've put in all that groundwork, remember. With a mindset of 20 years old, they really are so much calmer. And that's why a good trainer and someone who really knows how to put in all the groundwork and has set up their horse ready for breaking, ready for that day when you get to mount your horse for the very first time. Oh, so exciting. So, for all horses over the age of 4, you just need to add on 2.5 years to that 20 years at 4 years old. So, if you've got a 5-year-old horse, we've got the 20 years plus 2.5 extra years. So a 5-year-old horse would be the equivalent of 22.5 years old in human years. Remember, this is just a really rough guide and not to be taken as gospel, but it is really fun to do. Every horse is different and there's a lot that you have to put down to genetics and the condition that your horse has been kept in. If you've had them from a youngster and you've really looked after them, fed them well, got their muscles up, put your training in the younger years, your horse is going to be in tip-top form and ready to take on the world with you. So, my mare Hope is 10 years old. That would be 20 years up to the age of 4 plus 6 years times 2.5. So Hope's age comes out at 35. And I'll be honest with you, she has really chilled out in her old age. I always say that the best age of a horse is 12. When they hit 12, they really do mellow out. But I guess it's the equivalent of being a 37-year-old human. And I don't know about you, But when I turned 37, I was definitely a lot more chilled out than when I was 18. Now, I have a very special horse called Toby, and he is blind. He had his eye removed a few years back, and you're probably not going to believe this, but he's 44 years old. I have had him most of my life, but if we take this into consideration, and I know he is a bit of a miracle at that age, but with the first 4 years equaling the age of 20, and then we're going to add 2.5 years for every year after that, that would make Toby 120 years old. He really is a miracle. So I would love to know the human ages of your horses. So why not add them to the comments below? Let's see who's got the oldest horse. Let's see if you can beat my old Toby. Also, if you've liked this video, please give it a like. And why not subscribe to our channel so that you can see our future videos and yeah, see what we get up to and other quirky, fun things that I can share with you. And yeah, it'd be nice for you to come on the journey with us. Well, it's been lovely talking to you, and until next time, bye-bye.